All right, I'm going to go and show you this total imbecile here. I like to make fun of some of these people that I like. I always make a policy to take a picture of these people so people, instead of talking about them, so you see a picture of who and what I'm talking about. This is an example of, I'm not against anybody's free speech. I'm just against people's total idiocy, where they're too intellectually lazy to read anything I wrote in a content or listen to it, and they make a comment and run, right? And purpose of video I make like this anyway, one, to messages, say a message for their fans, but not always so much for their fans. Hopefully the YouTuber I talk about, their haters who happen to be hypocritical feminists will see this. And what I do here, and you get I've seen this person before. I probably got another account, a duplicate account, and got on here. And I don't even like to totally block these people either. I want to see if they respond. But if the comments disappear, like a lot of times they do, YouTube does it. Sometimes before I can take a picture of comments, I think YouTube takes it, or what the hell But anyway, this person is like, obviously they put words in my mouth. They didn't even read anything I wrote on here. And they didn't listen to any of the content because they're too intellectually lazy, physically and intellectually lazy. And what a stupid avatar like that. They probably can be 20s or even 30s still living with mom and dad. But one thing I'll say about this comment that I am confused about, that I need to better myself. But the first part of the comment, okay, apparently less than a loser than the person in question. Did they really? I'm guessing that they really meant that I'm actually more of a loser than the person in question. In other words, person I'm talking about. And maybe it's a typo. It can be a typo where they meant to say more than a loser instead of less than a loser. Or they maybe mean that maybe they really do mean I'm less of a loser than some person in question. And maybe they're putting me a notch, if you will, above the people that I'm making fun of, and kind of agreeing with me, while at the same time, in the second part, accusing me of needing to better myself and accusing me of complaining about what others have. And that part is putting words in my mouth. As when did I ever accuse anybody of what he's saying? Actually, it was the other way around. I was bragging that having decent money, and people like this, you were good enough to hear their complaints and bitch at a person in question that I was talking about, and hint at wanting money off of you to pay for somebody else's mistake or some kind of thing like that. I was talking about and I was doing well, and I'm actually doing well for myself now. So that part was like putting words in my mouth. So that was like the second part of it was intellectually lazy assumption. Where the hell did they got it? They just totally made it up, when in reality, better myself, hell. And then the first part, like I said, they are either patronizing me a little bit by gracing me with being put up a notch higher than the kind of people I'm talking about, or it could be a typo, like I said, that they mean more of a loser than instead of less of a loser. Who knows? But complaining about what somebody else has got, there is nothing even close to resembling lusting after what somebody else got. And matter of fact, this dumbass commenter, I'm convinced that they still live with their parents, probably 20s pushing 30 or damn near 30, living with their parents in a room in their parents' house with a stupid avatar, right? And no, I don't need to better myself. As a matter of fact, I order more shit online, waste more money on shit I waste more money on shit online than they can afford to spend on a bag of weed that they have to sneak and smoke in mom and dad's house. That's my thing, But and I also bettered myself and have a partner that I was with for 12 years and counting. And this video was only to make fun of idiots from the past who were women, or almost, relationships where they chased after the loser or the bad boy and then come and complain to you about it. Everybody, all my other followers know this, right? And the reason why I was talking about this it's so long, I shouldn't have to explain this shit to people like that. It's just they're intellectually lazy, you know what I mean? Explaining this shit to them is like explaining it to people in the real world that put words in your mouth, right? There's just no talking to them. So people in the real world have a block or delete button, but that block or delete button is called laughing in their face and walking away from them with a cocky look on their face and say, you're a loser and not worth my time. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I give somebody something to chew on, some people that know me something to chew on by explaining this. I mean, people that are my followers that have that actually have some level of intelligence. No, I don't have to explain it to them, you know what I mean? But I actually spent more time on this than it's worth, really, for some anonymous lowlife like this, really. But there are some things that, you kind of want to use something like this as a, if you will, a golden opportunity to get digs in case there's anybody else of the similar mentality listening to this. That's why it's worth the time. You know what I'm saying?